Thanks, Don. So who decided I need to go after you? This is sort of that inflection moment between when Jennifer emailed me and asked me to present at this, and holy shit, I got to come up with some content real quick. My name's Andy Van Oostrum. My day job is at Eyesight Design. And when Jennifer did email me and asked me to present, I wanted to come up with sort of a real-world problem that I've faced over the last 6 months. And just to sort of paint a picture of what that is, you know, I think that I'd be preaching to the choir if I were to tell you that content is still king. I think we all know that, and C.C. Chapman wouldn't have traveled here from Boston this morning to present to you all if it wasn't. The trend is one-to-one messaging, and I think that all of us have sliced and diced email segments at one point in time, and I think it's first nature, second nature for e-tailers to be merchandising product on their stores. And the scenario is that a lot of the tools from a content management perspective are coming within reach to everyday marketers for us to merchandise content. And so the problem that I've faced is when planning around content personalization, implicit personalization, on one hand of the room you've got your business on the client side, and you've got a user experience designer over here. And what I found is that their languages don't sync. Everybody's working towards the same end goal, but what I felt was needed is a common framework for communication to plan around how user segmentation. And so that's what I've come up with today, and I'm going to be presenting. So from a 50,000-foot view, I feel that there's 3 primary segmentation types: the market segment, the user segment, and the engagement life cycle. And what I want to point out is that these are mutually exclusive of each other. You could have a user type within a market segment that is at a certain stage within the engagement life cycle. To start with the beginning, the market segment, this is your top level segmentation. This is often what a user experience designer will architect a site around. In the example of Zipcar's case, you've got an individual, you've got a university, and you've got higher education. The second type is the user segment. And so, for example, within a government, you may have a purchasing agent, you may have, within a business, you may have a purchasing agent, you may have someone on the PR side. And in this scenario, what we're going to be merchandising is voice, copy, messaging, those specific touch points that are going to lead them to take an action. In the example shown, there's 2 different offers from Zipcar. One message is on sustainability, the other is on the cost of doing business. One's appropriate for the sustainability department, the other for the C-suite. The final level that I want to bring up is the engagement level. And this is the depth of your relationship with this particular user. Are they connected with you on Facebook? Are they subscribed to your email? How long have they been on your email list? The example I'm showing today is, would you be prepared to give a gift of Zipcar if you were not a customer already and haven't experienced it for yourself? On the other hand, why are you pitching become a new client to someone who's already a client? Let's use that real estate on the website for something else. As with anything, there are risks to personalization. Not only does your technical implementation expense go up, so does your ability to maintain it to the point where it can become too complex for a standard content administrator to manage the site. Some of the ways that you can tag a user segment, I think that there's 3 key buckets. There's your analytics. Yeah, I'm getting behind here. So this is the meat of what I want to get to, is when you're planning for personalization, first identify your market segment, determine what actions you want to take and the content objects that can support that action, identify the triggers that determine that someone is within that user segment, and I always create a kill code to either cancel out that segmentation, and finally, start simple, leverage the tools because this can become overly complex. And finally, I wrote an article on this that I published in August, and there was one comment on my blog post, and it was from someone from Roddy Piper's wrestling crew. So this could be completely irrelevant to the whole market. I have no idea. Some resources, daretodelight.com. The Eyesight Insight newsletter, we also have an article on mapping the customer journey, and obviously Media Post Behavioral Insider. I'm Andy. Thank you very much.